Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip, and I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my planet. You know, there's a show called Faulty Towers. It came out in the 70s. It's a British sitcom, and it's with, John Cleese, who was much younger at the time, obviously, but I'm sure that you guys know who John Cleese is. If you don't know him from here, Faulty Towers, then I'm sure you've seen him in things like A Fish Called Wanda and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, he wrote this sitcom with a woman named Polly. Well, Polly was her name on the show. Connie Booth was her name, and it was a sitcom about this hotel in the UK. It was in England, in Torquay, I think it was called, and I think Torquay exists. But anyway, so it would be considered like a boutique hotel now, but it back in the day it would be considered like an all-inclusive, more or less small little dingy hotel where it came with a dining room as well as hotel rooms, all encased in this large-looking house, and the marquee at the front. At the beginning of each episode, they would write different words for Faulty Towers. They would take all the letters that are in Faulty Towers and make up other words, like Faulty Twerps, or anyway, they would just make a bunch of different sayings for what the hotel was called, and that was the thing that they did every week that started the show. So I can make up stuff each week and say, "It's Toddy One Skip. Welcome to my world. It's Toddy One Skip. Welcome to my planet. It's Toddy One Skip. Welcome to my channel." I can just make up stuff as we go along. Anyway, guys, I don't know why I went off on that tangent. This is Toddy One Skip. Welcome to my channel, our little world, our planet. Guys, a few of you have hit me up and said, "Toddy, what about the chromosome disorder, Gypsy Rose Blanchard?" So I haven't covered that because, to be honest with you, it doesn't change my stance of the picture of Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose manipulated the entire situation because at some point, Gypsy Rose knew that she wasn't as sick as everybody made her out to be. She knew, and her mom knew, and they both knew together. I'm convinced of this. I am 100% convinced of this. So if it was Munchausen by proxy at the beginning, my theory was that had stopped a long time ago. If it was medical fraud, it still doesn't excuse Gypsy for what she did. None of it changes the situation. The only thing that chromosome disorder does, in my opinion, is it 100% clears DeeDee Blanchard. I have a question, though. This is important. I want to know if the chromosome disorder ever came out of Gypsy Rose's mouth, because I've heard that it came out of DeeDee's mouth. I heard it came out of everybody else's mouth, and I heard it mentioned a few times here and there. But has Gypsy Rose ever mentioned a chromosome disorder? Because if the chromosome disorder is legitimate, all it means is that every single thing that DeeDee had done to Gypsy was valid. Personally, I don't think everything in the medical report is right and that Gypsy had all of those surgeries. I don't believe it. I believe that there was medical fraud. Either which way, there was a crime committed where somebody was unalived, somebody master manipulated it, and it doesn't matter to me because I already think and feel and believe 1,000% that Gypsy Rose knew how old she was. I feel like she felt like, oh shit, like I'm 18 years old. Maybe even DeeDee said, I can't make you any younger now. Now we've reached it. You're 18. We're going to start losing things because you're not considered a child anymore. We might be able to continue living okay, but we're not going to be able to get all the extras because you're not a child anymore. And maybe that was the thing that made Gypsy say, shit, well, my life's going to change And, maybe, here's another thing. I had said maybe that DeeDee was ill and that Gypsy might have talked Nick into mercy unaliving. I don't believe that anymore, because when I think about that, I say if that's the case, she would have done it much better, much neater, much nicer, much kinder, especially to her mom. Her mom was on insulin, from my understanding. Wouldn't it have been a lot less painful to, like, insulin overdose or something like that? I don't know. But there would have been something a lot more humane, even if you would have given her all those meds that were in the cabinet. It would have been a lot more humane if it was a mercy unaliving. I don't think it was a mercy unaliving. I think it just does not change if she had a chromosome disorder, and that's why her face looks the way it does, and it's not like because she's the doctor's kid. It doesn't matter, because my problem with the whole thing is the way that Gypsy masterminded, manipulated, came up with the whole damn plan, made it very easy for Nick. She's out in 8.5 years. He's doing life. She has no remorse, no regret. She doesn't even speak about her mother, to be honest with you. It's like the woman never existed. Never existed. So is the reason why we're going to go with the chromosome disorder so that Gypsy should feel bad for what she did to her mom? She's never going to feel bad for what she did to her mom. She, in fact, I believe 1,000% knows she's been telling lies. I think that they were in on it together. I'm going to say it a million times. I think that they were in on it together. The chromosome disorder does not matter to me. I can understand how it matters to a lot of people that are talking about the full picture and want to put DeeDee 100% in the clear. DeeDee didn't deserve what happened to her, even if she's 50% in the clear. It still was manipulated, calculated. It didn't have to happen, and we know it didn't have to happen. And the weirdest thing is, this woman's come out and she's become a celebrity. O.J. Simpson, for unaliving 2 people, he was acquitted, and nobody considered him a friggin' celebrity. Personally, I think O.J. Simpson did it, and a judge later on that came across his path for the stealing thing in Vegas felt he did it too, and she gave him a little bit of karma, her own karma, because definitely she was making him pay for what happened in California, not just in Vegas. And with this woman, she's committed, she said she did the crime, and we turn her into some sort of friggin' celebrity, some sort of hero for escaping her lousy life? There's no lousy life. I hadn't seen anything that kept her at her mom's house. When she left again without the drugs. Thank you, subscriber, for bringing that to my attention. I would have got there, but you got me there first. Thank you. She left without the wheelchair. She left with money. So she knew she didn't need the meds. She knew she didn't need the wheelchair. She knew everything because her and her mom were in on it. And that's what it was. So whether she had minor surgeries that were needed or she had surgeries that were done in 2011 and that was the last surgery that was done, the crime took place in 2015. So to me, it doesn't matter. There's no excuse, no reason under the sun, whether it be the chromosome disorder, whether it be Munchausen by proxy, which would have stopped in 2011, whether it be medical fraud that ended. No. She unalived her mom the most vicious way because her mom was an inconvenience to her. Because if there was some sort of mercy aliving, she could have ended this a lot better. It didn't have to be so brutal. But that was Gypsy's dark side. That was Gypsy's dark side. You know, it's in my opinion that Gypsy wanted this to be a horrific thing. And she ended up getting caught because she wanted to be another victim. But she's the manipulator, the master manipulator. And we're celebrating that, apparently. One television show after another television show after another television show, making money. Nothing going that I see to any kind of real true victims. But that's okay, because this channel, the 10%, this channel is going to donate. They're going to go to people that actually need wheelchairs. And again, it'll be a kick in the pants if we end up giving more money than she ever does. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. What do you think? Do you think that chromosome disorder is important in this whole case? Is it an excuse? What do you guys think? Talk to me in the comments, please. And I exist in the comments too. I love to communicate with you guys. So please be active in the comments. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, and share. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Never be Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Take it easy, guys. I'll see you real soon. Thanks.